Guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new Last Call 2023 Dodge Charger Swinger Edition.
And a big thanks to Mike at Furman Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram in Newport Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Newport Richey, Tampa, Clearwater area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And that's for Mike.
And as most of you guys probably know by now, Dodge brought back the Charger back in 2006 for its 6th generation after a near 20-year hiatus. Unlike the Challenger, the Charger has seen 2 generations since it's been brought back. However, the 2nd generation has been around since 2011. Here, we have the final model year of production, or last call, for the gasoline-powered Dodge Charger, and this very well may be the coolest naturally aspirated Charger you can buy. The 2023 Swinger Edition, exclusive to the Last Call Widebody Scat Pack, featuring gold badging, Swinger fender graphics, 20x11 gold rims, wrapped in 305 wide square tires. We get 6-piston brake calipers, wood-style aluminum interior accents, Napa and Alcantara seats, and green stitching. All for a base price right under 70,000 bucks. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So also exclusive to the Swinger is this F8 green metallic paint color, and it is absolutely beautiful. I'm usually not a big fan of green exterior paint colors, but it absolutely pops on this Charger. This might be my favorite paint color that I've seen so far for the Charger. We get LED headlamps, black headlight housing, LED daytime running strip right underneath, functional airflow in the corner, panel for the radar cruise control, Scat Pack badge in the corner. Again, this is a Scat Pack wide body base for the Swinger, and the hood scoop, of course, for this beefy 6.4 liter V8 cranking out 485 horsepower, 475 pound-feet of torque. The wheel and tire setup, we mentioned the 20x11 inch rims wrapped in 305/35 ZR20 Pirelli P0 all-season tires. So the all-season tires aren't the best setup for the Charger with this much power, but with 305 wide tires, it should still put the power down perfectly fine. And with the all seasons, you can drive this car all year round, even if you're in colder climates. The fender flares are pretty aggressive too for this wide body. Hopefully you can pick them up on camera. And this green metallic paint color, I'm telling you, absolutely beautiful. The Scat Pack badge in the corner is all blacked out with silver accented trim, black contrasted mirror, all black trim for the window trim, shark fin style antenna up top. There's an available sunroof too for the Charger. This specific Charger is not equipped with it. There's no window sticker either because this particular Charger is used. But as you see, it has 41 miles on it, so whoever bought this car must have just not had enough space because they ended up buying a truck. You see the F8 green paint color. You can pause to see all the specific features on this car. 15 city, 24 miles per gallon on the highway. We get smart access for the driver and the front passenger. The gas cap, we'll see if it's pushed to open. It is. And easy fill. I haven't seen easy fill on a lot of Chargers, but we get one here on the Swinger Edition. And we also mentioned the rear fender having the Swinger badge, and it's a little bit different of a green metallic paint color. The rear wheel and tire setup's actually the same as up front. We get 305 wide square tires, dual piston brake caliper up front, and a 6-piston Brembo SRT brake caliper out rear. We get a pretty aggressive deck lid spoiler. It's flat black, not gloss black. I kind of prefer the flat black too. I usually prefer gloss black, but with this green metallic paint color, the flat black contrasts it nice with the flat black window trim too. We get full LED taillights, turn signals, and reverse lights, blacked out Dodge badge, blacked out Charger badge, and a blacked out green contrasted Scat Pack badge in the corner. We get full rear parking sensing. Shout out Furman Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram here in Newport Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. We get dual exhaust tips. And speaking of the exhaust tips, let's fire up this 6.4 liter monster V8 and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the monster 6.4 liter V8 powered by SRT Hemi, sold by Dodge for the 2023 Scat Pack Swinger, and it sounds unbelievably good cranking out 485 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque. With this wide-body kit with the 305 wide tires, you can expect 0 to 60 under 4 seconds. I saw Car and Driver got it in 3.8, which is unbelievable for a vehicle that weighs this much. I'll leave a link right here to show you exactly what the curb weight is here. And it's nice to get hydraulic struts too, the vehicle in this price point. Another thing I'm noticing is this motor is pushed pretty well back. At least like a third of it is behind the strut towers, which will help the weight balance quite a bit when it comes to handling, especially with this wide body kit. We can drop this hood right down, take a step back, walk around this 2023 Charger Scat Pack Wide Body Swinger Edition one more time. Now take a step inside and see what we get with the Swinger Edition. Again, we get smart access for the driver and the front passenger. The door panel will turn these headlights back to auto so the car's not yelling at me, but we get a leather stitch door panel, leather stitching in the center too with the green contrast stitching, gushy soft leather armrest with the green contrast stitching, auto one-touch windows up front, power windows out rear, four-way adjustable mirrors, lock and unlock, and we get the Alpine sound system. There's an optional Harman Kardon too, but here we just get the Alpine. The seats are Napa and Alcantara contrasted, green stitching, ton of bolstering. They're fully adjustable too. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats with lumbar control. Taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine start stop, whew, and everything fires right to life. But outside of the seats, not a whole lot is different compared to a regular Scat Pack interior. We still get just about the same steering wheel, just with different contrast stitching. It's very thick, solid 10 and 2, and we get a perforated 9 and 3 area. 9 and 3 is not perfect, but it's good enough. We get a flat bottom steering wheel, nice graining for the hard plastic horn area. The horn itself, loud and aggressive. People should be getting out of your way. We'll do a window check. I don't think we get dual panes. We do get dual panes here on the Charger Scat Pack Wide Body. That is a nice feature, and it keeps the isolation seriously down. We get paddle shifters too. They're just half paddle shifters, as you can see right over here. The bottom part is the media controls. On the left side, you can adjust the infotainment. The adjustments include vehicle info with oil life, battery voltage, intake air temperature, engine torque, engine power, tire pressure, coolant temp, trans temp, and the oil temp, right back to where we started. You can also control performance, lap timer, lap history, top speed, 0 to 60 timer, 0 to 100 timer, 1/8 mile timer, 1/4 mile timer, braking distance, current G-forces, peak G-forces, and the lap timer right back where we started. Driver assistance page, fuel economy, average and current, trip information, audio, messages, screen setup, and the speed warning. Diagnostics too, digital speedo. My personal favorite to look at all times would probably be engine power. To the left, we have about a 5,800 RPM tach. There is no actual red line, but I believe it shifts around 5,800. Actually, there is a red line. It starts at 6,000. We'll see where it shifts when we take it out for a drive. 180 mile an hour speedometer. Cool. On the right side of the steering wheel, we have our cruise control settings with our adaptive cruise control controls on the bottom. Voice commands, you can hang up and answer your phone calls. Power tilt and telescoping steering wheel that comes equipped on the Charger Scat Pack Plus. That's also equipped here on the Swinger. Auto headlamps, interior brightness, and the trunk release. Emergency brake in the corner. Hopefully you get a good look at the pedals and the hood latch release. The touchscreen is just an 8-inch screen. We can take a quick look at the backup camera. Other than that, it's just about the same as just about all Scat Packs we reviewed. The graphics aren't the best, but we get guidance lines and trajectory and rear parking sensor. We can go over what we do get. This is the SRT dashboard, where you can adjust the transmission, shifters, paddle shifters, traction, suspension, and the steering. Right now we're in auto mode, and auto is basically all for street. Custom mode gives you the track transmission, track suspension with street steering and paddle shift. This is of course customizable. This is a used car, so the previous owner adjusted all of that. Here we also have sport mode and of course track mode. The steering for some reason stays on street. Here we have it on track, and there we go, now it's set to track. We also have valet mode, race options, and track setup. We're of course not going to be doing any of that. Performance pages, race options, line lock, shift lock, launch control, not going to use any of those. The performance pages, once they load up, we'll take a quick look. Here we have engine power, so check this out. You step in the gas and it goes up and down depending on how much power you're making, and this thing is a powerhouse. As you see, basically has its own dyno. That's actually what it says, dyno. Engine, you can press this button, see the oil pressure, torque, power, and gear that you're currently in. G-force, exactly that. Gauges, you see your oil temp, oil pressure, battery voltage, and coolant temp. Timers, You see all of these. Not going to be playing with those for this video, but of course whoever buys this vehicle can do whatever they would like. That's about it for the apps. We also have media, climate, seat controls. We get heated and ventilated seats with a heated steering wheel, mirror dimmer, you can turn the screen off, and the settings. Navigation, we get navigation here too. It's about a $1,000 package. You can view the map. It is a little bit dated. This vehicle came out in 2011, but the response is still good for a 2011 screen. This has excellent response. My favorite screen to look at all time would probably be just the dyno screen, so we'll leave it here. Beneath that, we have more green stitching, engine start stop, volume, and tune dials. They look a little dated, but they feel very premium, so as long as they're functional, who really cares? We get our drive mode shortcuts, launch control shortcuts. You can turn off your lane keep assist and turn off your parking sensing. You can also turn off your traction control, mute, hazards. Down below, vent adjustments. We do get dual zone automatic climate control, but if you don't like auto climate, you can adjust the vents with this dial right down there. We get a 12 volt below. No wireless charging pad, but we get a decent amount of storage back there. The gear selector controls the 8-speed auto torque flight transmission, the backup camera. We can check it out again. Pretty decent resolution, not the best, not the worst. We also get manual shift controls on the gear selector if you don't want to use the little paddle shifters. And as you mentioned, that aluminum, wood looking aluminum trim. Hopefully I can center my camera to pick it up. Nice. Next to it, we have this little storage compartment that says Dodge Brothers, designed in Detroit. 2 cup holders with a lid. If you don't want to look at them for some reason, you'll fit 24-ounce bottles, and a pass-through, good spot for a phone, and another pass-through, you can lay your phone that way if it doesn't fit. The armrest is gushy soft, softest in the segment. We can check out the glove box. It is spacious. I would expect you to fit 6 12-ounce cans in there. There's additional 12 volt and 2 USB-A ports. No USB-C ports. Again, this interior is starting to show its age at least a little bit. The glove box, we can check it out. It is damped, lined with felt, and massive. 2 tiers, you'll fit probably 20 license plates down below. Probably a size 10 shoe on the right and maybe a size 6 to the left. You'll fit probably maybe 2 pairs of size 10 shoes down below too. Very spacious glove box. And a stitched dashboard, if we didn't mention. Auto dimming rear view mirror. It's not frameless, but it does the job. The interior lights don't appear to be LED, but they also do the job. We get 3 garage home link settings, sunglass holder, and that's about it for the front seat. No moonroof, but again, that is available as an option. We can check out the back seat real quick, see how much space is offered back there, check out the cargo space, and then take this monster out for a drive. So up top, we still get that leather stitch trim. It's not genuine leather, just a injection molded plastic with stitching in it. We get leather stitch trim for the center portion and a gushy leather armrest. We get a power window out rear. It is not auto one touch. It's not even unlocked for me to use, but down below we have a ton of storage. You'll fit a foot long here and a 24-ounce bottle right next to it. The rear seats are very well bolstered. The padding goes all the way out to the door frame with the Alcantara inlets and Napa leather on the outside. The legroom, I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, and I do have the front seat back a little bit more than I usually would. I didn't really adjust the seat when I got in, but I still have about 3-4 inches of knee room. Headroom, I have at least an inch. So if you're under 6'3", 6'4", you should be able to sit behind your seat settings with no problem. I appreciate the air vents back here, 2 USB-A ports, still no USB-C ports, 2 mat pockets too. The interior lights are right underneath these grab handles, and they actually appear to be LED. Nice. We also have a hook. That's nice for a suit or a dress. We have it on both back seat grab handles. The center cubby has a string. We can drop it down. It's very gushy soft leather with 2 cup holders. You'll fit 24-ounce bottles, and that's about it. Let's hop out to the cargo space, see how much space is offered back there, and then take this 2023 Dodge Charger Swinger Edition out for a drive. So to pop the trunk, you gotta press this button right here to the side, and electrically shoots open. I keep forgetting where they put that button for the Chargers. I like how the hinges are hidden away, and this is why you go with a Charger over a Challenger, over a Mustang, over a Camaro. It is this cargo space. Just about class leading. You have huge wheel well cutouts. You'll fit 3 or 4 golf bags in here. If you fold those rear seats down, you'll fit a 65 inch TV back here, because that's a massive size cutout. Overall, huge thumbs up to Dodge. It's a shame to see this vehicle go. It really has been impressive while it's been here. Secret storage too. You'll fit 2 backpacks in there, maybe a carry-on suitcase. Your battery's housed in the back. That helps the weight balance for this rear-wheel drive monster, almost pushing 500 horsepower. This opening too, it is triple the size of a Challenger. Everybody always complains about the Camaro's opening, but honestly the Mustang and Challenger aren't a whole lot bigger. This, however, if I needed a practical muscle car, whether I needed to fit kids or fit stuff, this is the way to go. You get actual usable space compared to the Challenger, Camaro, and the Mustang. That's about it though, guys, for the inside and outside of this 2023 Dodge Charger Last Call Swinger Edition. It is a beast, beautiful looking. That color is out of control. This engine cranking out almost 500 horsepower. Let's take this monster out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the Last Call 2023 Challenger Scat Pack Widebody Swinger Edition. Let's take this monster out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions though, the throttle is really sensitive, especially in track mode. I'll catch back with you in 1 second. All right, guys, taking a step out here, we can try it out in these paddle shift modes. Throw it in the second gear and lean into it. Oh, yeah, this thing is a monster. No burbles, but this thing can rip. It's not actually that loud. When you start this thing up, rev it up, it's loud, but once you're actually in it with these dual pane windows and added sound isolation, it's really not loud in here at all. Try some rev match downshifts. Woo. Oh, yeah, not bad at all. Taking a step out here. Second gear, just half throttle. Oh, so much torque. Absolute monster. And with these 305 wide tires, and I'm in track mode right now, traction control off, and I haven't even come close to breaking the wheels loose. I'm not pushing it too hard. We'll push a little bit harder once we get onto my favorite little back road, but for now, it's still not bad at all. Just cruising along third gear. It's still very nice and quiet in here. You don't really hear any road noise. The wind noise is absurdly isolated thanks to these dual pane windows. Try another acceleration here though. Trying out first gear. Woo! Yeah, it still roasts them a little bit, but it puts the power down pretty well. It puts the power down about as well as my Camaro kind of does with the 255 wide summer performance tires, but yeah, even still, my Camaro puts the power down a little bit better with those tires. So we won't take it too crazy. Second gear, about half throttle. It is a snappy transmission. All right, guys, as soon as this guy passes, we'll try to get a good launch right here. Trying a good launch. This thing can rip. Handling wise, it can grip it. The body roll is limited. Yeah, it doesn't blow you away when it comes to speed. I don't think it'll do 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. Definitely not with these tires. You're gonna have to upgrade those tires if you want to do 0 to 60 in under 4.6, I think, because this power just does not want to get sent down well enough if you want to get really good handling or really good acceleration numbers. But it's good enough for the handling though. High speed twisties, it grips really well. You can hear my stuff flying around and coming out. Yeah, it's a monster, guys. That's just what it is. If you have kids, if you need a vehicle that has a lot of space, this is probably the best vehicle you could possibly get. All the handling is still good torque even in third gear. And like I said, it's really not that loud in here. If you want the aggressive noise, you can do a resonator delete, and I'm sure that'll open the crap out of this motor. But as it is, it's very docile in here, and even in track mode. Alright, we don't have to beat it up a whole lot further. We'll take it out of track now. One more twisty. We took it out of track mode. In auto mode, the steering gets a lot lighter. The exhaust gets a little bit quieter, but really not by much. We're no longer in the paddle shift modes either. Yeah, the steering is a ton lighter. So if you don't like heavy steering and you're not going really crazy through the twisties, you're just driving around town, throw it into auto mode. It will make a big difference. Now it feels like almost like a luxury car. Unbelievably quiet in here, even on concrete pavement. I don't really hear any road noise. Wind noise is completely gone thanks to these dual pane windows. The seats are really comfortable. I got the ventilation on with the ventilated seats and it feels fantastic. Not quite sure what he's doing, but thankfully he's out of the way. You can feel the cylinder deactivation too with auto mode. You don't feel that in track mode. Rightfully so, you're constantly going between gears with paddle shifters. But over those bumps, this is a super comfortable ride, even with 35 series sidewall tires, guys. If you're looking for a premium performance sedan, but you want that muscle, you're not looking for anything with any turbos, you want natural displacement, big engine, big power, this is the way to go. With these 305 wide tires, the handling is fantastic. 11-inch wide rims, so you can throw 315s, 325 wide summer performance tires, and you will grip through the turns and you will put the power down. As it sits, no, it doesn't put the power down great, but it still puts the power down okay enough to get 0 to 60 in about 4.5 seconds. All right, guys, taking a step out here and we'll wrap things up right after this. Auto mode one more time, just daily acceleration, about a third throttle, a lot less sensitive of a throttle, but yeah, you still get up and go really quickly. You look down and you are absolutely flying, actually. Overall, guys, this is an excellent car. It gives you the best of both worlds as a performance sedan and a luxury sedan. If that's what you're looking for, I would definitely recommend checking it out. Would I recommend getting the Swinger Edition? Since it's a limited edition model and they're getting rid of the gas engine, this will hold its value way, way better. Again, they only made 1,000 of these Swinger Chargers. So if you're looking for a long-term vehicle that you don't plan on putting a ton of miles on, but you want it to appreciate in value, this might be the perfect way to go. Otherwise, you want to put miles on it, still definitely check out the Charger Scat Pack Widebody, because this is a blast to drive. And a big thanks to Mike at Furman Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa, Newport Richey, Clearwater area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And that's from Mike. And huge thanks to all of you for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too, it really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.